All it takes is this and your whole career's over. So that's going to stack Conrad up into the moon. Beautiful. Woof. That's that. We'll see you later, pal. Hi, thanks for taking the time to check out Hello Good Game. Today we're going to continue along with our Magic the Gathering free-to-play guide for beginners. We've gone through all the mono colors, all the dual colors, and now we're dipping our toes into the 3-color decks. Admittedly, these are not going to be very consistent for a free-to-play player because they are very reliant on rare lands. You're going to need probably at least 12 rare lands for these decks because of the wide color base. So keep that in mind as we progress here, that this deck is more or less for fun play with your friends, direct challenges, etc., right? Maybe not for the latter unless you have some of these lands already, and if you have the forests and the mountains and the swamps figured out, then by all means push this deck into the latter. It's relying on, of course, Witch's Oven and Cauldron Familiar, which every deck is right now, and then Trail of Crumbs is comboed into that for a draw engine, and then of course we have Midnight Reaper for even more draw. We also have Gilded Goose. This is going to make more food for us. Claim the Firstborn. We can take an opponent's card and sacrifice it, and then return to nature. This is going to destroy the ovens, so opposite ovens, and then fires. This is going to destroy those 2 meta cards, so this is kind of shutting that down, and then Trail of Crumbs. More draw for us. Midnight Reaper was the draw. Playcrafter is more removal. And the Sacrifice, which is really nice here because our sacrifice effects are triggered, of course, by the Mayhem Devil, which is great. And then that's actually going to pop off Korvold Fae Cursed King as well. So a lot of cool things when we're sacrificing stuff here. We also have a Massacre Girl for a field cleanup and a Sir Conrad the Grim just to deal that extra little bit of damage, right? Fabled Passage is a rare we've chose to include here in this deck, just because it has the sacrifice effect on it as well. So 4 Cauldron Familiars, 1 Gilded Goose, 2 Claim the Firstborn, 4 Witch's Oven, 4 Paradise Druids, 2 Return to Nature, 4 Trail of Crumbs, 2 Midnight Reaper, 3 Playcrafter, 1 Murderous Rider, 4 Mayhem Devil, 2 Savvy Hunters, 1 Massacre Girl, 1 Conrad the Grim, and 1 Korvold Fae Cursed King. We also have included 4 Rugged Highlands, 4 Jungle Hollows, and 4 Bloodfell Caves. Obviously, if you have the rare counterparts to these, put those in instead. And then, of course, Fabled Passage. And the more Fabled Passages you can jam in this bad boy, the better, because the sacrifice effect is going to trigger Mayhem Devil, which is great. So it's very similar to all the decks we've been playing this season, or the last couple months of the meta at least. We are putting the cats out as quick as we can, getting our ovens. The ovens are really the key part of the combo here. Getting the ovens out, and then we can just start sacrificing the cat to keep relaying it on. Midnight Reaper is going to draw us cards. Trail of Crumbs is going to draw us cards. We can stack those Mayhem Devils and deal with any threats that may pop up with things like Murderous Rider, Playcrafter, and Massacre Girl. Even Return to Nature. But for the most part, we're playing the role of aggro today. So we're not looking to really deal with threats. We are looking to be the threat, right? So let's see what kind of shenanigans we can get into today. We are using 6 rares, 1 mythic rare in our budget builds. So if you're looking forward to seeing the gameplay footage that we've got for you today, make sure to like this video and share it out to your friends. Hype, you know what it is. And then if you're so inclined, subscribe to the channel. We're giving away 500,000 gems to our subscribers. That's 500,000 gems, you guys. That's pretty serious. So once you subscribe, go ahead, go to the Hello Good Game YouTube channel, and then you can scroll down to the bottom and there's a gem giveaway playlist. So you can watch those videos to familiarize yourself with that goodness. With that being said, thanks for checking out this deck breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the gameplay footage that we have for you today. And we will see you all tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to keep the hand. We've got a Fabled Passage. We have our Cauldron Familiar. What we don't have, though, you guys, is a stable internet connection. We have been really struggling today. Just going through everything that we can possibly think of. It is still not good. Like, What the heck is that? What's going on there? We don't know if it's client issues or the internet. Like, we just moved into a new place. I think it's definitely a little bit of the internet. We're running speed tests and it seems to be like all right. It could obviously be much worse, but there's still some sort of issue here lingering that we're not sure what it is, and we're really gonna try to deal with it in the coming days. I've got to go do sanding and painting today at the old place. Just try to scoop up that old damage deposit, right? But it's been a frustrating day, I guess, right? We accidentally had 2 videos come out today instead of 1. So the Esper video came out a day early for some reason. Yeah, that's just, I guess, a little bit what we've been dealing with. I'm gonna turn our volume down a little bit there. And yeah, we could probably just hang out here, get that attack in. And we're going to sacrifice our cat at the end of our opponent's turn, right? That whole goodness shenanigans. I really like the Jund version of this deck, especially if you have the lands. I think that's really powerful if you do have some of the dual shock lands to incorporate here. Fable Passage really helps a lot as well, and is still relevant, not only due to the land find, but the sacrifice effect as well, right? So let's get our Trail of Crumbs out to begin with. We could sack this. And, yeah, we have plenty of black to use. Let's grab one more there. We love Swamp. We forgot to sacrifice the cat on our opponent's turn. So let's really make sure we set that end step here this time. But nonetheless, it's always cool to stack up some food as well, right? So Thief of Sanity is going to be okay. He's getting life. We're going to playcraft our cat and then bring the cat back on line with the spare food from Trail of Crumbs. So we're doing the cat right now before our turn. Again, this is probably about the worst style of gameplay you can do on a poor internet connection. I was trying to play yesterday as the red deck, and I had the Steamkin going, and I couldn't even finish my turns because it was lagging so bad. However, we're going to call our internet provider today, and we're going to talk with them and see what we can do. We're going to take another Trail of Crumbs. Nothing else is really going to do much. At least we have the token generation with our enchantment here, right? So all that just to end our turn. So it takes quite a while, which is unfortunate. And then again, let's throw that land up there, gain a little bit of life. Gain a little bit of life, Mon. And then we're going to sacrifice our cat. Keeping Playcrafter on the field just because he's a nice body, right? That's that. And now we're playing our kitty cat. Just right on top, sacrificing the food. It hits Trail of Crumbs, and we're going to pay to draw. And we're going to take that second oven, which should hopefully cement the game as long as we don't disconnect. We've disconnected a couple times today and just cut the recordings, just run away in frustration. But got a good feeling about this. I would say we're almost there, but we're only 5 minutes in, so we've got a little bit longer to go. Obviously, ideally, I'm doing 2 matches for you guys. But you've seen this playstyle before, so it's more or less just grabbing the deck list, maybe watching a cool match if you're into that. So he plays as Murderous Rider, full cost for the block instead of destroying my Playcrafter and taking 2 damage, which is somewhat respectable. We do need to set the stop here again though, so we don't forget, because we always forget to sacrifice our cat. I hope you guys aren't forgetting to sacrifice your cats when you're playing these decks. I would hate to be to blame for that. Right, just resolve that. Apologize to our opponent for our slow style of play. It is what it is though. And now we're playing our Cauldron Familiar on top. Sacrificing our food. And unfortunately, we're not able to draw, so let's resolve all. So still our opponent's turn. We're getting that little bit of damage in. Ideally, we're drawing Claim the Firstborn, and we can take his Murderous Rider and sacrifice it. But it's pretty unlikely. We do continue to pull land though, which is quite nice. Gain a little bit of life here. And we can sacrifice our cat and then play Trail of Crumbs. Bring a food into play to bring our cat into play. So that's alright. I feel like with the slower style of play here, due to my internet, I'm almost being more strategic. His Murderous Rider is going to go to the bottom of his deck, which is pretty cool. So resistant to mill. Trail of Crumbs comes out. That's going to put the food out for us, which is great. And that's going to allow us to play our cat on top. And then we're striking for 3 with our Playcrafter. So that's great. We're unable to draw. We don't have any more mana, so that's fine. We can just resolve these. Getting that damage in. And now striking with our Playcrafter. Getting hit with an opt, that's okay. Let's all attack. Perfecto. See? Down to 11. My video is almost done uploading to YouTube from yesterday, so hopefully that increases our play speed a little bit. However, I don't want to complain too much because this is almost as good as it's been all day. So I would hate to jinx that and lose our connection again. Crackling Drake, pretty cool. A nice sized flyer. He's only at 3 right now, so not the greatest. He does get to draw. And we need to remember to set that stop at his end phase again right here. And then that'll remind us to sacrifice our cat. All right. Again, I'm not trying to be slow with this. As you can see, I'm making the clicks as quick as I can. But he kind of sees where it's headed and he's just not into it. We had another Playcrafter. We could have dropped on his Crackling Drake there. And then this time we're hitting him for 6, plus the cat is 7. So we would be chipping down his health quite quickly. Aloha. So we are going to trim the downtime between the matches just because it's so slow due to our slow internet. And we've also got our YouTube upload done. So hopefully we can get a little bit quicker play going on without roping our opponent. Not on purpose, of course. I'd like more lands, but we do have the swamp and we have the cat, so as far as I'm concerned, that's enough to start. And we can toss a Playcrafter, in my opinion, as well. And then we may as well start with our Rugged Highlands just to see what our opponent's playing, right? So again, this already feels much, much smoother. We're in for 2, cat comes out. We're in a weird position where we need to draw lands, probably for the rest of the game. I mean, I wouldn't mind a Witch's Oven in there as well, but we will get there eventually. So Lucky Clover hits the field, and we do pull that third land, so we're in pretty good shape here. Let's pull our Midnight Reaper first and foremost. And then we're going to attack with the cat. I can't see him blocking with his Edgewall Innkeeper. That's a huge mistake on his behalf. There's just so much value hidden within those inns, right? So he's paying life, or gaining life, sorry. And then he's got his Swords Master out. You can draw a card, gain a little bit of lifelink. So that's cool. Nothing we really want to kill. But we are going to stack the 3/3 out there just so we have field supremacy. And then again, we don't really mind if our cat goes in because she's going to come back on the field later. And it's basically free damage like you've seen there. Okay, so this is one of my favorite plays. Lucky Clover into Beanstalk Giant. He's actually able to grab 2 lands from his library now, bring them in untapped, and then use those lands again. So that is incredible. If you have 2 Clovers out and you play the Beanstalk Giant, you're getting it for free, which is just amazing. Plus you're ramping, right? So very, very cool stuff via Lucky Clover. We're continuing to get pretty lucky with lands, in all honesty. Yeah. Let's put that cat out, why not? And we're gonna do the attack with the cat, probably. Life's not really an issue to us either, so we're gonna throw in with our Savvy Hunter and create that food token, which is actually gonna allow us to bring our cat back into play if he did deal with it. So we're ending turn here. A second Lucky Clover, which is a really cool drop, to be honest, but what's he gonna use on it? Another Beanstalk Giant, you guys. Okay, so this is really cool. So he's copying that twice. He's getting 3 lands from his library. This is what we were talking about. And then basically can play anything else he wants after that. Resolving here now. He's playing in again, actually, so this guy is going to have more lands than he knows what to do with. Absolutely incredible line of play. He's got 3 Beanstalk Giants on the field ready to hit. So we're going to need to chump block with our cats quite a bit. We're holding on to our horses. Our turn. We're going to need that life later on, Avi. And we're still in that weird position where we can attack almost all out. We don't really want to go too far all out. We would like the cats to die first and then maybe get some draws off those later on, right? Alright, so this is fine. Let's sacrifice some food and we're going to draw a card. Alright, we get another cat, which is pretty groovy. Just missing our Witch's Oven. We're going to actually go ahead and get rid of this Edgewall Innkeeper as well. Taking out one of our cats. Drawing a card from that Midnight Reaper. And it is an oven, so we are in good position right here. Not only did our internet clear up, but we're having a great match as well. Alright, he's making 3/1/1s. Pretty cool. Then I imagine playing his Lovestruck Beast on top. Or just playing these Beanstalk Giants, I guess. Those are great value as well. We do have the chump blocks, so we should be okay. And he's taking mad cards from his graveyard. He can only take the 2, unfortunately. There's not 3 there. So you see just how much value Lucky Clover is providing. And if you're interested in seeing Lucky Clover in action, I made a Selesnya adventure deck, which was really, really good. And Lucky Clover is tucked in that as well. So he's just trying to kind of go wide on us, I feel like. We're still sitting at 24 life, so that's not bad. Sir Conrad should be able to pull us through the rest of the match. As long as he doesn't play these Beanstalk Giants, I think we're going to be okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. So he's taking 6 damage for his Murderous Rider here, if you can believe that. We're going to get a couple draws as well. So we get another cat, that's going to help us. Maybe another oven, I think that would be ideal. Alright. So we get to draw 3 cards. He takes 6 damage. And now it's our turn. You know I gotta do it to him. You absolutely know it, boys and girls, right? How do you not? Let's put Sir Conrad out, and then when we Massacre Girl on top of Sir Conrad, that should kill him, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4 cards that are leaving the battlefield, which is great. That's 5. I really want to congratulate him with a hello, good game, but I guess let's do it anyways, right? He thinks he's got us, and I mean, to a certain extent he does. That is so much value. He still has 7, 8, 9 lands left. And he's playing his Murderous Rider as a creature. So down to 5 lands, still quite a bit actually. He was able to ramp with those Beanstalk Giants just obsessively. And now he's drawing obsessively with his Edgewall Innkeepers, thinking that he's going infinite, but all we have to do is drop this Massacre Girl on him, and that's going to deal enough damage via Sir Conrad to kill him, which is great. Probably one of my favorite matches thus far. I love when your opponent goes wide like this. He's got all his bases covered. He's like, you're dead. But all it takes is this, and your whole career's over. So that's going to stack Conrad up into the moon. Beautiful. Oof, that's that. We'll see you later, pal. GG, RIP, easy. So, that's it for today's video. We're in and out quite quickly. Jund, Sacrifice, or Budget Jund. One of my favorite archetypes, and I really like the edits that we made via Savvy Hunter and Conrad. So that makes the game a lot more fun, a little bit more janky, but who doesn't like to play matches that way? I know I do. So with that being said, it would be great if you liked this video, if you liked it, and then if you didn't like this video, pop a thumbs down on it if you felt so, just so I can kind of gauge the temperature of the audience and I know if I'm doing well with the content or if I need to step it up. You can share it to your friends if you really loved it. Obviously, we're trying to grow the community as quick as possible. The quicker we grow the community, the quicker we get to do our gem giveaways. And if you don't know about our gem giveaways, we're giving away 500,000 gems to our subscribers. So all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, go to the Hello Good Game YouTube page, go to the bottom, there's a gem giveaway playlist. You can watch those videos to familiarize yourself with all of that. With that all being said, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I really appreciate it, and we'll be back here tomorrow. Take care, and we'll see you then.